Well, greetings. It's the weekend, and this is your update. And this has been kind of a hard week. I injured my knee, and so I'm feeling kind of down because, decreased mobility. I can't do all the normal things that I can do. And that's kind of caused me to have trouble finding some inspiration. And thinking more and more about that, about how musicians find inspiration to continue the grind, continue to practice, and to keep doing what they do, I decided to make one of my five things videos. So this is it: five things that you can do to find some inspiration. Check it out. Five things you can do to be inspired to make music. Explore new artists and genres. Listen to music outside of your comfort zone, whether that's a new style, a new artist, or even something from a completely different culture. Collaborate with other musicians. Bringing in a new perspective can spark some creativity, and that can be anything from a jam session to writing a song together. Learn a new instrument. Try picking up that instrument you always wanted to learn. You don't have to be a pro player at it, just get some enjoyment out of it. Attend a live performance. There's no substitute for the energy of a live performance. It can remind you why you started making music in the first place. Take breaks and disconnect. Sometimes inspiration comes from being away from making music, whether that's taking a walk, reading a book, or coming up with your own list of. And that was another one of my wraparound videos. So if you watch it, it comes back around. So yeah, important tips there. And if you've got more suggestions, comment below. Let me know what you think, because we're always looking to get inspired. And part of that also is being a professional. I saw a really great reel. Julia Richter, she's a freelance flute player, was talking about freelancing in an orchestra, and the principal flute was a little over the top. And I wish I could say that this is unusual behavior. I've definitely encountered it in my career working in professional orchestras. But check out a small little sample from what she had to deal with as a freelancer.
Principal flute had convinced herself that somebody had perfume on or scented shampoo or something and went around during the rehearsal break smelling everybody. She determined that I was the culprit, and she gave me $20 and told me to go to the store and buy different shampoo by tomorrow's rehearsal. And she had obviously complained to the personnel manager because I think it was a mass email reminding everybody in the orchestra of the perfume policy, not to wear any perfume, etc. It's like, oh my God. But what's important here is how you conduct yourself as a freelancer in this kind of situation.
Which is called being a professional. The story that I tell that I dealt with, this is when I was doing library work for the Mostly Mozart Festival in New York. One of the horn players pitched a fit in the middle of rehearsal because I hadn't written out every single rest that he had during a tacit part. Anyone who's played non-strings in orchestras knows you have lots of rest sometimes, just as tacit until something. And you, there's a certain level of conduct, but it's even more important on freelancers or subs because the orchestra doesn't owe you anything. They don't have to ever call you again. So check out that Julia's Instagram page. She has lots of really cool stuff about that, talking about what it takes to be a professional musician, specifically a freelancer. Another way you can get inspiration is by an instrument that you didn't know existed or one that you wanted to learn. And diving back into the Drums West Instagram page, Peter had this. It's a bodiless conga. It's a 11-inch drum, and it sounds really cool, and it's very portable. Kind of looks like a frisbee. Check out the reel he made on that one. Pretty amazing sound from a drum that is not terribly substantial, very portable, super cool. If you have any questions about that, contact Peter. He'd be glad to talk about all that kind of stuff. And then this week over on the Podcasting Store Medium page, I did another essay rewind, again, looking for inspiration. And this was a memory that I had from a couple of years ago when we went to the Midwest Clinic in Chicago and attended a performance of the Chicago Symphony Brass. And it was a couple pieces that I was familiar with and I'd worked with. And it reminded me of something that Beethoven had said, which was goes, the power of music is to be transported into the mind of the composer, whether you want to or not. And I think he's half right with that music can transport you, but it's not necessarily to the place that the composer intends, especially if you have some history with the music or if you built some, really solid memories around it. So if you missed that essay the first time around, check it out, give it a read. I think there's some great philosophy in there about, finding inspiration and about what the power of music really is. So that is your weekend update. As always, thank you so much for watching. Comment below, let me know what you think, any thoughts on any of these topics. Like, share, and subscribe, and we will catch up with you next time.
If you enjoyed the Weekend Update, do me a favor and follow us on social media, subscribe to our YouTube channels, or visit our websites. This is Drew with Boomer Music Company and thepodcastingstore.com. Thanks for listening.